This 200 watt BougeRV N-type TOPCon solar panel is advertised as having advanced anti-shading technology, which may make it among the very best flexible panels out there at producing output in partial shading. I'm definitely going to put that to the test and see just how good it is in real-world testing and compare it to a similar panel out there without those advanced features. Let's test it out right now. So the conditions today for solar are actually really good. There's a little bitty tiny bit of white haze out there. It's the middle of December. So not the best sun, but it's pretty good, and I'm about 650 feet in elevation. Okay, so here's the setup. I have my Blue Yeti AC200 Max here I'm going to use for the test. And the first thing up is, this is actually not the BougeRV solar panel. This is a competitor, but it's also a 200 watt solar panel. It's flexible, but it only has 10 bus bars. And it's not a TOPCon, and it's not an N-type. So we're going to do a comparison first with this, and then do the BougeRV panel, and then compare the results. So here's a competitor panel, in good as sun as we can get, no shading. We're getting 169, 70 watts. So I've shaded just the upper portion of the solar panel here, and let's see what it does with that. Okay, so I've shaded the upper portion of the competitor's panel, and as you can see here, we're getting 0 watts. Let me remove some of the shading so we can get some watts. Okay, so on the competitor panel, I've shaded just a small sliver over there on the side of the panel, top corner. Looks like it's covering about 4 or 5 of the bus bars. Let's go see what it's doing. As you can see, after covering just a few of the bus bars on that sliver, we're getting around 74, 75 watts. Okay, so now I'm just shading just a small corner of the panel. Let's see what it's doing. Hopefully you can see that, but looks like it's getting 40 to 58, bouncing around in the 50s down to 40. But just shading that tiny piece of the corner, that's how much it's dropped. Okay, so now I'm simulating about 5 leaves that may be covering the panel here. Let's see what this is doing on the competitor's panel. So on the competitor's panel, simulating the 5 leaves, looks like we're getting in the mid 80s on watts. Okay, so now I have the BougeRV Arch Pro 200 panel. So I'm starting with the leaf simulation since that's what I ended with, and I had the panel side by side, and I could pretty much put the leaves in the same spot. So let's see what it's doing. Okay, so this is the BougeRV panel. As you can see with the leaf simulation, we're getting 139, 140 watts. So that's considerably better. Okay, so I forgot to do the no shading test on the BougeRV panel, so here's that test. So here's the BougeRV panel with no shading, 182 watts. Okay, so now I'm shading the same upper portion of the BougeRV panel. Let's see what it's doing. So here's a BougeRV panel with just that upper portion shaded. The previous panel, the competitor, was getting 0 watts. We're getting in the upper 130s, right around 140. So significantly better. Okay, so now on the BougeRV panel, I'm just going to shade the upper left portion there, just slightly, and compare it. All right, so I'm just shading the upper left portion of the BougeRV panel, and as you can see, we're getting significantly better at over 150 watts. Okay, so for this last test, I'm just shading the bottom left corner slightly. Let's see what it's doing on the BougeRV panel. Okay, just slightly shading the bottom corner. As you can see, we're getting up to 170, I just saw there, so very good shade performance. So just to show, you can actually get 0 watts on this BougeRV panel. I've covered here approximately 80% of the panel, and that is turning out 0 watts. I just want to start with a few features here of the BougeRV Arch Pro 200 watt solar panel. Let's start with the grommets. I'm showing you the back of the panel right now. I'll start with that. But these grommets here are there's one on each corner, and then one in the middle of the long side of the panel. So this backing, which I'll talk about in just a minute, but this is a coating you see on these panels, flexible panels like this. Let me turn it around and show you some specs. So let's take a look at the specs first. So if I zoom in here, let's just focus on these specs. So it does show you it's a 200 watt panel. The max power voltage is 31 volts. The max power current 6.46. Open circuit voltage is 36. The open circuit current 6.77. It's rated for 1,000 volts. Now here at the bottom is an interesting thing here. It talks about the temperature limits of this panel. It goes all the way up to 185 degrees, which is pretty high. And because of that, BougeRV has stated that you can actually directly lay this on top of your RV and tape it down, glue it down or whatever, without having a gap. So that's one difference. And these cables on the panel are a little longer than most cables. When I get a solar panel, they usually aren't that long. And the MC4 connectors, of course, at the end. And here's the box the panel came in. Had cardboard protector and foam on both sides. And it's packed very well, no damage. This Arch Pro solar panel from BougeRV has multiple cutting-edge features. It mentions that it's an N-type TOPCon solar panel. And without getting into too much detail, an N-type solar panel uses a negative charge instead of a positive charge in a key part of that technology, which leads to higher efficiency, better temperature control, better low-light performance, and less degradation over time, but it does cost a little more. TOPCon, which stands for Tunnel Oxide Passivated Contact, essentially is another advanced solar panel technology that also provides higher efficiency, higher hotspot resistance, which prevents overheating damage, lower degradation, and better low-light performance. One of the features that contributes to better partial shade performance are these 16 bus bars you can see here. This more dense configuration provides less resistance and additional pathways for current to flow, which should contribute to better performance when the panel is partially shaded. Another feature which you can't easily see on the panel, but also contributes to more partial shade tolerance, is the 28 bypass diodes the solar panel has. That's way more than your typical flexible solar panel. The more bypass diodes you have, the more pathways current can flow around those underperforming cells, therefore providing better performance in partial shading conditions. So when you have a panel like this that is an N-type TOPCon solar panel with 16 bus bars and 28 bypass diodes, you should have a solar panel that provides superior performance in any situation, but especially under partial shading conditions. As you saw in the testing, this solar panel does have excellent partial shading performance. Here's a quick comparison of the test I did to the competitor's panel. I'm very impressed with those results. I'll have to say it's better than I thought it was going to be. This panel is IP68 waterproof rated, and it can be bent 270 degrees. This solar panel measures 59.95 inches in length and 30.91 inches wide. It also has it's also super thin and at only 1/10 of an inch. It weighs 7.94 pounds or 3.6 kilograms. It has this double fiberglass protection, which makes it tougher than ever. This panel has an operating temperature limit of -40 degrees Fahrenheit up to 185 degrees Fahrenheit, which is better than a typical flexible panel. Here are the specs printed directly on the panel and from their website if you want to pause the video. It has a 5-year material and workmanship warranty and a 25-year warranty up to 80% of the power output. And at the time I'm filming this, you can pick this panel up for $259 on BougeRV's website. But I do have a limited time 10% discount code I'll put down in the description, only on their website. But if that discount code is expired, you can check the price on Amazon, where it's occasionally cheaper. I'll leave both those links below down in the description. That's a wrap on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, thanks for watching.